Hey, Dave, not here at 123 Day Trade. I just thought I would shoot a quick video, just talk a little bit about today's trading, or with today's market being Tuesday, what's today, December 7th, 2021, and how you can look at it. Today is the fourth time through in failure trade. So if you look at today's market, let me get over here. Let me grab my screen draw tool, bring it over where I want it. This mark right here is where I put in the original, and you can see we go back up here one, and it fails, and then we can see it coming back here at two. All right, so we're at two at this point, right? And then we're going to move the screen over. You can see the next time this was two, one was back that way. Here's three coming back up. This whole area could be considered three. And then you see the fourth time coming and failing. This right here would have been the best time for it to move up. Third attempt and up. The fourth attempt right here makes this a really strong sell signal. So how's the best way, or how is the best way to approach this trade? You want to buy above, right? My humble opinion, you'd be a buyer above your trend line that you draw on the charts, or you would want to be selling underneath it. A great point basically would have been to sell right at that mark right there. Let me get rid of some of these lines. The best place to sell would have been right here. Another good place to sell would have been coming back under here. And then you would just make your sell, or your sell stop above your trend line up here that you put on there. This is a very powerful signal for it to try to make itself back up to that. So if it would come up to here, this would negate the downward movement and all the momentum that would be involved in that. So each one of these going through here. Now, can you see it a different way? Well, it's a little bit harder to see on, this is Williams percent R, and here's your MACD. MACD shows it a little bit better. So you almost have almost a divergence between your two signals here, right? MACD is showing perhaps a sell here, or at least equal top. So it's not really showing one way or the other at this point. It's not really showing if it's a good buy or sell. And Williams percent R is showing that this could be a solid buy coming into here. So there's divergence of signals right here. That's not real helpful. You got your volume spike over here, and the momentum did not drive it up and through. So this can end up being what you would call a sell failure below that line. So right here roughly is where it moved up from here. Let me get rid of this. So volume would be your key, in my humble opinion, to help you view this trade. So this is your line that you're looking at, right? So right in here, if it fell underneath that area, once it made its run back, so it's got to attempt up here again to be a valid signal. So this is still showing that it's, even here and here, it's got a valid move. And like it said, there's your valid move back up. Testing. So here's a test, right? Today was a test. And Richard Wyckoff, pretty much, and so does Gann, talks about testing the markets. So this was the level of test up here. It wanted to see if it could get there. And each time the testing it got lower, lower, and then finally, so you look at the 4 times through, you had that test, this test, this test, and that test. It was a descending testing each time, showing that there was a lot more sell strength. So they're sell it here, they sold it here, they sold it here, and they sold it one more time. Or you can look at it as accumulation of the sellers ganging up on the buyers here. They started ganging up on them the first time, the second time, the third time, and then finally they were able to drive it down. So you see them buying in 4 stages, basically, or selling the market in 4 stages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finally able to have enough sales contracts to offset all the buyers and then take the market back down. All right, that in a nutshell is how you can view a day like today when you're trading above a very significant point. And this point would be the R2 level. R2, as a general rule, you don't want to sell above the R2 level unless you see something that like in this case, the test of each time there's a test. You need to see a signal. The signal bar, in my humble opinion, is there, but you still need to wait for the attempt before you get back into it. So this, in my humble opinion, was a great selling opportunity. Today being, once again, Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. All right, it's Dave now here at 123 Day Trade. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Talk to you on the next one. Talk to you on the next one. I'll put together. Bye for now.